Have you ever felt like someone has been secretly watching you? Like you can feel their energy, but you can't see them? This message isn't for everyone, but if it resonates, let's see what the universe wants you to know. Okay, so this secret admirer has been watching you for some time and they've been waiting. Okay, they've been waiting to say something to you. And it looks to be that we got a little bit of energy, the lovers. The Six of Cups, the Knight of Swords. So it looks to be that they are interested in you, okay? Usually, Two of Cups is more of that love connection, a partnership, mutuality. But this is a love reading, so it's very nice to see the lovers here. It's definitely someone who wants to align with you, someone who wants to come into some sort of relationship, and they're choosing you as their person, is what I'm hearing. We're getting strong Gemini vibes, so that might also be a significance as well here. And also the Six of Cups, it looks to be that they're very nostalgic about you as a person. They want to offer you roses, flowers. They want to cherish you as an individual, okay? There's some sense of innocence in that. They're very kind. I'm getting gentlemanly, very almost like, even I'm not even sure what the opposite of like gentlemanly behavior is, but like I'm getting very like masculine, feminine, gentlemanly kind of like vibes, where it's like this person is just very much like a sweetheart, very much like full of kindness and empathy and compassion, is what I'm hearing. And they're really interested in you. Also, the Knight of Swords, they're coming across as someone who's like really aggressive towards like wanting to be with you. Like, not so much like they're using their anger, we're not getting that, but they're very decisive, okay? They're full of action. They're trying to act fast, is what I'm hearing. They've been watching you and they're like, it's now or never, because they see that you're like moving into some sort of like relationships. Probably you're probably dating people. They're like, oh no, I have to like let them know that I'm interested. And so that's what I'm hearing right now in that energy. Okay, we're also getting huge Three of Pentacle vibes, the Emperor and the Death card. So with that, with the Three of Pentacles, it looks to be like they're really like full of collaboration. They want to build with you, or they see you as someone they can build with at this time. Someone that they can craft with, someone that they can be very meticulous with, and just really manifest and plan and be very strategic in terms of just legacy, family abundance, wealth, everything. They want to work with you like a partner, okay? I'm getting like partner in crime, ride or die vibes, is what I'm hearing. They're an emperor, okay? Emperor, empress. They're very structured, very stable. We're getting Aries vibes from that. They have a lot of respect. They're very strategic, okay? I'm getting like divine masculine, divine feminine vibes. They're full of authority, okay? They're full of planning. And, the opposite of that with the Empress, this individual is creative, nurturing. They have a sense of wanting to have like a family of some kind. I'm hearing parenthood. They're embodying someone who could be a parent, someone who would want to be, give birth to your children, someone who would nurture you through, the thick and thin of things, is what I'm hearing here. And also, it looks to be that they just came out of some sort of relationship that ended. So you kind of like curious. You're kind of like being, I'm hearing that this person is like being very cautious, okay? They want to make a move, they're ready to make a move, but they're not sure if it's the right time. They're trying to get the right time in place. I'm hearing they want to go on a date. If not, they're about to ask you. You might get a message soon, is what I'm hearing. And it sounds like I'm hearing you met this person from a mutual of a mutual, is what I'm hearing. So you don't really know them too much, is what I'm hearing. Like, you don't know everything about them, or just a little bit to just be like, oh yeah, I know their name. You know them by name. Maybe what a little bit like they do, like where they work, where they live, is what I'm hearing. But yeah, either you or them are coming out of a relationship, and so that just kind of created this like renewal process of just like wanting to get back into dating again, wanting to like almost getting back into the scene, the dating scene, is what I'm hearing. Yeah. So let's dig into the other messages here. Universe wants me to stop the spread here and go into the next one. So yeah, let's see what other messages we get so far. So what are they waiting for, right? Why are they secretly watching you? Okay, what's the gossip on that? What's the tea? Ooh, something around this. Ooh, overnight success. They see you as someone they want to be with, okay? They That's so wild. They had a catfish experience, right? They were like, they were in a relationship, or you were in a relationship where someone was pretending to be someone else online. They met up, you know, you met up. There was a fake profile, some deceptive images, and it was just not what they thought it was gonna be. I'm hearing it was like them that they went through this catfish experience. They are just like they're not doing online dating anymore. They're over it, is what I'm hearing. They they're just like, I can't do it. But then when they saw you, they're like, wow, it's like overnight success. They're like, you're the one. That's why they're trying to make a move now, is what I'm hearing. They're sick of online dating. They're ready to do IRL dating, like for real, for real. And they just see you as someone that's like, that they can recognize, grow with, be able to rapidly rise in success and just like feel good about themselves being next to you, is what I'm hearing. Almost like you're an unexpected breakthrough and all eyes are on you if they're with you, is what I'm hearing. They see you as someone who, if they're with you, then sky's the limit, is what I'm hearing. For sure. Wow. Yeah, so many of you are very beautiful, very handsome. You take care of yourself. You're very like, you're really like, you're very compassionate, very serious about taking care of your mental, your physical, your spiritual. I'm hearing meditation. I'm hearing wealth rituals. I'm hearing self-love, like routines as well. Ooh, yeah, I'm definitely getting that in the back of the deck. Self-care, right? They're gonna slide into your DMs, is what I'm hearing with that. They're gonna slide in 11:11, okay, on the dot. You might even get the message at 11:11. They're gonna be like flirting. They're gonna give you direct messages. I'm assuming they got your message from somebody, like your phone number from somebody. But they're sliding into that inbox. They're testing the waters with you, okay? Maybe some of you are dating online, okay? But the last person they were dating, like trying to like get with or were interested in, was a catfish, and it just did not work out. They were like, this is not good, okay? Or maybe you've had a catfish experience, and you're just like, you don't want to have that again. It's one of those energies for sure. There's also some sort of influence status here too. I'm getting that they see your like your influences, or your influencing status of some kind. Like you're able to have power and influence like over people, is what I'm hearing. They want to swipe up, swipe yes to you when they see your profile. Something about you just screams influencer, is what I'm hearing. But yeah, something about that catfish vibes. They had to let it go. They had to emotionally release. They said they're finally free from that. They're ready to I'm hearing like something about mingling, ready to ready to mingle, you know? And yeah, something about deep fakes with that catfish vibe. Something about they felt like they got a lot of lies, okay? A lot of virtual deception with that catfish energy. And they're like seeing is no longer believing. Like they just something about the energies was just like muddied there. So they're just like when they saw you, they was ready. They were like, I need to make a move, you know, kind of thing. That's what they were feeling. So yeah, let's go on to the next energies there. But yeah, you're taking care of yourself. You're prioritizing your rest. Okay, I feel as though some of you are already speaking to this person, and they see you as someone who's very like almost like reassured, or like really sure of themselves. Someone who's always like mentally and physically recharging themselves. They're pampering themselves. A lot of me time. You're just focused on you and just making sure you're in good spirits. They love that about you. They're like, yes, this is it. That's what I'm hearing. Nurture. Yeah, nurture your relationships like blooming flowers. They'll flourish. Yeah, because you're nurturing yourself. They feel as though you're going to be having that same energy in return towards them, because you've been taking like so good care of yourself. You've been taking care of your home. You're cleaning. You're cooking. You're taking yourself out on dinner dates. You don't even need to bring anyone else with you. You're just going alone. You're like, yes, I'm going to have my me time, is what I'm hearing. Okay? And there's also a huge sense of just like, ooh, you're serious, okay? You're very serious about relationships, and so are they. They love that. And because of that, you're taking your relationships to the next level one step at a time. They see that in you. They want that, is what I'm hearing. Okay? You take you're taking everything to the next chapter. Okay? And they want that for sure. Yes, I love that imagery of just like finding someone that's like, okay, they check all the boxes of what you want in a relationship. Maybe they want kids. Maybe they don't want kids. Maybe they want to get married. Maybe they don't want to get married. Maybe they want XYZ things. And the connection is just gonna spark instantly once you two like talk about your check boxes and you both are like checking them off. It's like I'm getting sparks are gonna fly from this card. You're gonna be able to surprise each other with gestures of love. It's gonna feel very like almost like harmonious. It's gonna be the effort is gonna be it's almost gonna be effortless is what I'm hearing. Okay, it's gonna be very romantic. There's gonna be a lot of charm. Okay, is what I'm hearing there. Yeah, but that is something about their ex though. Maybe even your ex too. Just there's like energy where it's like healing from past heartbreak and it's taken time. Maybe that's why you're doing a lot of self-care and they're just like, oh, you're over this relationship, let me jump in. Or you're ready to date again, you're like, oh, let me jump in. But like you're still healing, right? And you know, you're just being patient with yourself. Maybe they're being patient with themselves. It seems like you both were in some sort of ex energy in the past that you want to move forward with. It looks like they were in some catfish vibes, or someone was in that sort of relationship. Yeah, and yeah, they don't want to rush into things. Okay, they don't want to rush into things just to fill a void. But at the same time, they're ready to make a move. You know, so that's what I'm hearing with those energies. See what other messages we have here. Ooh, okay, so unsettled times, they need to plan ahead. Yes, I'm hearing that something along the lines with that catfish vibe. They were just feeling, or maybe even you, it's just like, it just brought a lot of unsettling times. So you had to plan what your next move was, right? And time to get out of a situation. Yeah, you're just trying to leave the situation. They were trying to leave the situation of their ex relationships. Yeah. And yeah, it has a strong vibe with that love energy there. And a sincere wish will be granted in love is what we're hearing here with that energy. Very nice to see that. Yeah, just time to get out of the situation, get into something new. They're ready to move on. You're ready to move on. Yep, a wish will be granted. Wow. That's crazy. The wishbone and the needle and the thread. A lot of wishes will be granted in your love life. And there's some sort of dealings with a relationship with a woman. So that's either you or them. And it had a lot to do with that X energy for sure. Okay. And also stepping into a new experience. So yeah, it's just like they wanted to try out online dating or they wanted to try something else out with dating. Perhaps maybe this is you in this energy, but you wanted to try something new out. It didn't work out. You got, you know, and so like, you know, you're stepping into something new completely. And even in this upcoming relationship, you're going to be stepping into something new. There's a bit of indecision too that was allowing your life to ramble aimlessly, maybe even their life. I'm hearing like with the DMs as well, like it was like really intense. Like either like this past relationships that either you or them were like in, it was just a temporary situation and it felt short-lived too. Like there was like no love between that person and whomever, or maybe you and another person. Like you felt it, they felt it, you know, on both sides. Something about November, okay? Something about November's popping up here. Might be a significance. All right. And yeah, good advice from the wise person, a stubborn, aggressive person. So you might be having someone come in, giving you some advice. They might be stubborn. They might be a little aggressive about it. You know, just trying to give you some advice. I'm hearing an older figure in either of your lives who just come in and be like, you know, remember what happened last time kind of thing? That's what I'm hearing. It seems almost like in a loving way is what I'm hearing, like a family member, right? But romance is in the air, okay? And you've got it. Claim that energy. And you're going to be manifesting a really beautiful relationship into your life. So yeah, those are all the messages that I have for you today. Thank you so much for hanging out with me. And if this reading resonated with you, don't forget to like, comment, and join our cozy community by subscribing. Until next time, trust your path and let the universe work its magic.